Albuquerque Police. How can I help you?
Yes, this is Marilyn Gandert. I'm at my sister's house, and she's not here. And I haven't been able to get a hold of her, and she usually gets back to me because I call her every morning and night, and she has, and the phone has been offline.
Okay. And what's your sister's name?
Marilyn Gandert. But her vehicle's here, and that's how she travels. I mean, my note that I left yesterday is still in the door. I'm getting worried now.
Okay.
It's not a good day.
9718.
I immediately respond to the call, straight to the house.
Hold on, though. Not answering the door. Her phone is like it goes directly to voice messaging. I left a note there yesterday. It's still there.
Okay.
Her vehicle is here. Yeah, because I'm really nervous.
Do you have a
She's
key?
got three. No, I don't.
Usually when we get a missing persons call, we typically find the person right away during that call for service. I went and spoke to Harry about what was going on so I can kind of get a little bit more detail as far as if Marilyn does this quite often or if she's never done this before, what's normal for her, what's not normal for her.
She doesn't have that many friends. She's like me, kind of solitary. But now my mind is going everywhere. But
No, I
got kidnapped.
I'm with you, sir.
Had a
Harry really did seem concerned about what was going on.
Are you worried about Marilyn too?
yeah.
I haven't get a hold of her for a couple of days, and it's just not like her.
No, it isn't.
So have you gone in? Did you have a key?
No, I don't have a key.
Do you have a key?
No.
No? Okay.
But the dogs are barking.
Marilyn's a homebody. Marilyn's not one for road trips. Marilyn would never have left her dogs.
Through some windows, there was blinds covering them, so I couldn't even really see inside. And I actually, at that point, made my way to the rear of the house where the sliding glass door was open a few feet. I was pretty concerned because the door was wide open like that, and the dogs had been barking at me. There was a lot of red flags that were happening. This was definitely not a normal missing persons call.
I'm gonna go inside, okay?
Why? Best friend.
I understand that, but there might be somebody in there.
Nancy was so concerned she actually took a step or two inside of the house. I had to draw her back.
Come over here. I'm gonna wait for another officer, and we're gonna go inside, and then we'll get everything taken. I just don't want you to be getting hurt, okay?
You could walk in and somebody could be armed with a weapon. There could be an intruder still actively in there trying to steal some stuff. There's a lot of safety reasons that I'm not going to go in there first by myself, and that's why I'm calling for another officer.
Backup arrived. Officers entered the house, clearing it room by room, and then they saw it, something truly disturbing.
It's clear, man. I'm trying to think best case scenario at this point. I saw a lot of pill bottles, and I saw a lot of hospital kind of paperwork.
I bet you she's a cause. Yeah, the keys are on.
I don't leave the house without my wallet, my keys, my cell phone. I mean, her truck is out there, yes, but house keys were beyond there.
A lot of weird stuff. Just seems abnormal.
Something was just not right in my head and in my gut telling me that something really did happen.
Nobody was there as far as I knew, because I just looked for her vehicle.
Oh, okay. You didn't knock on the door or anything?
I did not knock on the door. But I'm getting ready to.
Investigators then moved to the rental residence, where they found the suspect's car parked inside the garage.
Hi,
Hi, can you come on out a second?
Yeah.
So, what's going on?
I'm moving out.
Okay, what's your name?
Alyssa.
And the owner is your here getting
Yeah,
your stuff?
she on Friday, she said come on Saturday morning and get the key.
Alyssa states that she made an arrangement with Marilyn that she was going to pick up the keys from her on Saturday morning, move out the rest of her stuff, and she would return the keys back to Marilyn on Sunday. She's adamant that there was some text messages between her and Marilyn about picking up the keys.
You guys see those texts? It just clears a few things up for us.
No, that's fine. I said I'm going to come by in about an hour for the keys. I don't have, like, but I told her when I am, and see, she wasn't answering me, but she doesn't always answer me.
So the last one you got from her
Was at 10:35 on the 26th. That was the Friday. But she was here that day, and we were hanging out.
Officers do notice the last text that was sent from Marilyn to Alyssa was on Friday, which was 2 days prior to them being at the residence.
Do you know where she would be right now?
I honestly don't, and that's
Because somebody's trying to report her as missing. Because Marilyn is being entered as a missing person, they want us to do a walkthrough on this house.
That's fine. Perfectly fine. I have no problem.
I appreciate it, Alyssa. Just one, it's a box to check. Right, where are you moving to?
Well,
Oh, no.
This one?
I had it a little close. I'm getting there. You can open that door if you want. That's a positive. She didn't come yesterday, and I expected her to come by, but I didn't think anything of it. I thought she probably just...
Right.
Sometimes she gets mad and won't even talk to me, and she's mad at me, but she was been pretty cordial with me. I said, I'm just trying to get my stuff.
Alyssa's being cooperative, answering their questions, and even seemed concerned that, she hadn't, talked to her that day either. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. We obviously need more information. Who has last seen her? Who has last spoken to her? Are we going to find her okay? So as time goes on, and the longer you go without finding her, the leads get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Investigators had no solid leads, no clear information about Marilyn Gandert. But then, 1911 call changed everything.
Sandoval County 911, what is the exact location of your emergency?
Out here at Encino and Northern,
Okay, and tell me exactly what happened.
we think we found a body out here.
And what makes you think that?
It's in a road, and somebody had put it on like a mattress or something and burned it. And it looks like it has bones in it, and you can see intestines and guts, and I don't know. It's weird.
Our patrol had received a call of a possible dead person on a mattress that had been burnt in west Rio Rancho. We get quite a few reports of unusual things and a lot of reports of possible bodies in the middle of the mesa. So we sent 2 deputies out as our normal procedures to investigate if this was the actual remains of somebody.
Officers rushed to the location and met the 911 caller who had reported the incident.
Hey, here's.
Oh, man. I think it looks like it has lips and teeth in there.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it's real or...
Yeah, it's creepy.
It might be exactly what we think it is, so.
When our deputies arrived, they were unsure themselves if this was the actual human remains. Once I arrived on scene, as I approached, I could definitely tell just by the odors, in my years of experience, that this was definitely the remains of a human being. We thought it could possibly be a teenager or a child.
And we couldn't tell last night at all. I mean, when I drove through here last night coming home from work, it just looked like charred remains, charred something.
And what time approximately did you see it last night?
I came home, it was 1 o'clock when I came home.
1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
So what made you all come back out here? Just to see what was going on since last night you guys couldn't tell? Is that what it was?
The people that found them are always naturally going to be your first people of interest.
All right, folks, so listen, this is what we're going to have to do, okay? Because we have to treat everything as if it's a homicide investigation. So what I'm going to ask you all to do is I'm going to just get pictures of each one of you. Do this one. No, you're right there. Now, underneath. And we'll start blocking off the whole area.
Coming upon remains in the middle of an isolated area and you have nothing to go by at the scene, that's probably the toughest case that we run into. That evening, we put out that we had discovered these remains and hoping that we would get tips from the public as far as missing persons. We probably received 50 phone calls, but the call from Nancy was very specific. Nancy was very concerned that her friend, who had been reported missing, was the deceased person. It would fit our timeline and gave me hope that this was actually the person that we had found. After autopsy, I contacted the Office of the Medical Investigator and provided them with the dentist of Miss Gandert. They were able to confirm that the decedent on the mattress was Marilyn Gandert.
To deliver the heartbreaking news. There, her brother met with them and finally revealed the truth.
The body that she suspected in Rio Rancho, the burnt one, was positively identified as Marilyn.
Oh, God.
Can't you have a seat, sir?
Yes, yeah.
I am so sorry we have to come and bring you this news.
Harry, I'm so sorry.
She was my sister. I wish, I wish I could have been with her or something. It's too late. It's gone. Never hear her voice. I mean, she was just a wonderful person and a very wonderful sister, and I miss her every day of my life. She was the type of person who would do anything. When people were having problems, she would help them.
She's the last person to talk about anything like this would happen. That's the movies, I don't, or drug dealers or something like that. She's a regular person, a male person.
What was Marilyn's routine?
She was like me, solitary.
She liked to stay home?
By herself, yeah. She had just a few friends like Nancy.
Did she rarely leave the house?
I can't think of what she was doing. Oh, I think right now she was going with the process of eviction, getting things started with moving. Alyssa lies all the time, and she had promised to pay the rent and didn't. She just got tired this time, and I told her, well, maybe you should evict her.
What was her relationship like with Alyssa?
It was curt.
Were her and Alyssa close?
Frenemy?
More frenemies than... Okay.
And Alyssa never mentioned to the original officers that she had been evicted. That's a huge red flag.
Investigators headed to the location, canvassed the area, and spoke with the neighbors, and that's when one of them revealed shocking information.
Unusual people in the neighborhood. We want to know what they look like. We want to know, what are they wearing? Are they driving a vehicle? We want every bit of information we can possibly get.
There was also a black truck. Right. And the black truck, it was a man and a woman. They were there for a while. In the truck, it was a little case. It was a doggy case.
Carry case, yeah.
Okay. I know she has a dog, so the dog's not there now, so maybe they took him.
That could be.
The man and the woman, about how old do you suspect they were?
Probably about 30s.
What did the guy look like?
It was too far away.
If Marilyn hadn't been at the house for a couple days and an unknown person knew that, they could be going into her home to steal items. They could be going into her home to clean up a crime scene.
Investigators decided on an impromptu evening visit to Marilyn's home, but nothing seemed abnormal and the house was cleared. The next day they spoke with Nancy Robinson, Marilyn's neighbor.
I was just at her house because I'm the one who takes the dogs and we moved them.
Were you guys there yesterday in a black car, black truck? Okay.
Nancy stated that she had went and picked up the dogs, so that lead faded off. Okay, now we know where the dogs are, but we still don't know what happened to Marilyn.
I don't want to, you try not to be in the way, and yet you try to, I'm looking for her. I'm coming for her.
Right.
Because I ended up calling 911 on Sunday morning because Alyssa shouldn't have had the keys in the first place.
After learning that from Nancy, huge red flags go up because Alyssa's telling us that Marilyn willingly gave her the keys.
I said I'm going to come by in about an hour for the keys. I don't have, like, but I told her when I am. And see, she wasn't answering me, but she doesn't always answer.
Nancy truly believed there was absolutely no way, 100%, she would not give Alyssa the keys when she was not there. Clearly at that point, we want to find out who's telling us the truth. We want to find out, how does Alyssa have these keys without Marilyn's permission?
Investigators then pulled the criminal records of Alyssa and her 20-year-old son, Drake.
Our understanding was Drake was staying at a hotel because they didn't have a permanent place to live at this point.
Investigators then went to speak with Drake.
When's the last time you talked to your grandma?
I would say 3 or 4 days ago. My grandmother was telling my mother that we were getting kicked out, so then I was helping her move out.
How did that make your mom feel?
Oh, she was pretty upset.
Yeah.
She was really upset.
So we wanted to see what his side of the story is. Why he hasn't seen his grandma in a couple days. Is he gonna make up a story like his mom's? We need to see who's telling the truth and not telling the truth.
Where's grandma?
She was not there yet. She had shown up later. We were moving stuff out, and then she had shown up. But then, okay, the first time I saw my grandma, Annie and my mom and my grandma were there.
Drake was very nonchalant about things. He didn't know what was going on with his grandma. He's, yawning. He's just waking up. He doesn't even seem to care.
So, your grandma, we found her, but she's dead.
Where at?
Well, we believe that it's suspicious. Okay, we think someone killed her.
When?
And I'm really sorry.
Okay. How does that make you feel? Makes you feel sad. Very sad.
When Drake was informed that his grandmother was dead and that she had been murdered, we expect, maybe some tears or some shock or some sort of emotion. He just kind of glazed over.
I'm trying to get all my times right.
He didn't seem to care at all. Without that emotion, you wonder, is this something he's already processed? Because he's known for a couple days that she's dead. So he processed it the day she died. Or was he surprised about it?
Knowing that, is there anything now you may have seen or heard that you think, okay, that's kind of out of the ordinary, something that I saw or someone that I talked to or a conversation?
I haven't heard or seen anything.
Investigators then issued a search warrant for Alyssa.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so anybody else in the hospital?
Nope.
All right, sit over. Okay, so this is the situation, okay? We actually have to secure the house.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get all my stuff out.
Okay. All right, so unfortunately, I can't let you go back inside.
I have things in there.
Unfortunately, I can't.
When Alyssa answers the door, she didn't want to come out. She was a little upset and she becomes standoffish.
This is the Albuquerque Police Department. Vacant presence known. Vacant presence known now.
Clear. Up now.
At that point, we didn't see anything that stood out until one of the detectives just happened to notice a very small drop of blood in the entryway hallway next to a carpet cleaner.
How you doing? Sorry to flash this in your eyes.
Then Alice's roommate, Annie Rael, arrived. Police immediately approached her.
Just like to ask some questions. Trying to clear things up.
I'm very confused as to what's happening.
Tell me about her. Is she? Tell me about her.
I don't know her. I don't know a whole lot.
Annie was not too happy that we were back at the residence.
Did you meet Marilyn at all last week?
Yeah, well, she was here when we were.
Oh, she was?
Stuff.
Okay. Tell me what she was doing here.
She was in her vehicle. She was in and out of the house. She was nagging everybody, telling us like how to move out. And then she came at me and she said that, this is your fault. You know why they're getting evicted, right? Because of you.
She started making Marilyn look like the bad guy, that Marilyn didn't like her, and Marilyn was blaming her for the eviction.
Like,
I know.
I don't like. I already know what's happening.
Tell me what you think's happening.
No, like, I just don't like the way I'm being approached and questioned.
She's acting like, we're just trying to move our stuff. I don't know why you guys are bothering me. What is this all about? And she's starting to get a little bit more standoffish.
I want to get my things out first.
Nobody can go back until the search warrant's completed. You gotta understand.
I know, but I want my clothes and I want to go to my hotel and I want to sleep. My back hurts. I'm tired of moving.
I understand.
I just want my clothes, that's all.
We still need to collect some information from her. We need to get another story.
Because she said she goes to work on Monday.
Okay.
Okay. That she wanted to take the weekend. She's like, come over in the morning and get the keys.
So she's telling you to come over in the morning and get the keys from her. And that was the last time you spoke to her?
No.
Okay.
I went on Saturday morning to pick up the keys.
So you went over to
around 10 o'clock. And I just knock on the door, get the keys. She says, give them to me on Sunday. And that's all we said. That was it. Not even another word.
So as Alyssa's telling us, I saw Marilyn on Saturday morning. We know that she's lying because Marilyn was found deceased in the early hours of Saturday morning prior to Alyssa stating she picked up the keys. So we asked field officers to transport both Annie and Alyssa to the main police station so we can conduct some formal interviews.
Then investigators arrested both of them. A short time later, Drake was found at a nearby hotel and taken into custody. Detectives began questioning all three, hoping to finally uncover what really happened.
I wrote a warrant for you for the homicide of your grandma. So I'm actually charging you with homicide of your grandma. Okay. I've already had your mom, your mom's arrested.
Yeah.
And Annie is arrested.
Okay.
So I have enough probable cause to believe that you were involved in the homicide of your grandma.
How so? Oh yeah, you're the detective.
I am the detective.
I'm gonna tell you the honesty.
Oh,
My grandmother said, I'm too old. Will you please kill me? Multiple times, drunk and sober.
Okay.
That is honestly.
When Drake states that, my grandma wanted me to kill her, she had a death wish, I was like deep down inside, I was like, yes, I finally got it. But then I also knew that wasn't the truth. I knew that Marilyn didn't ask Drake to kill her. I knew that Marilyn didn't have a death wish. Drake shuts down and he asks for an attorney, and it almost is like a defeat again for me because I know there's more to this story and I can't get it anymore from Drake. I knew in my heart I arrested the right people, but what bothered me was I did not know their exact role in the homicide. I wanted to know exactly who did what that evening.
So Marilyn, she's sitting in her car, and then she was coming in because she needed to use the restroom. But Drake is like, look at my mom. This is our house. Can't we just stay here one more night in our own beds? And she said no. And so he was crying, and he left out the back door. I stayed in my room. And at that point, I did hear Marilyn yell. And I went out there, and Annie is on her back. She's on the ground.
On the ground, and Annie's on top of her. Oh, she has her knee in her back. Mm-hmm. Okay. What is Annie doing to me?
And so I'm kind of panicking, but I'm mad, and I did hit Marilyn. I tied up her hands and legs, and I helped her put this bag over her head.
Do you remember what you did it with? What you tied her up with?
Yeah, it was like phone cords and stuff like that. Then there's other one that Annie gets, put it around her neck, and I hear it snap, but I don't know if it's the cord. I'm just like, I gotta go.
So you heard something snap, whether it was the cord or Marilyn's neck,
right.
You're not sure. Alyssa says she kind of freaks out and she needs to get out of there. So she leaves Marilyn in the house with Annie. She states when she comes back, she noticed that Annie is cleaning a knife.
What did you assume had happened when you left?
Well, I would assume that she stabbed her or something.
Okay, so you don't see Drake at that point?
No, not at all in the house.
Okay.
It didn't quite ring true to me because first of all, she's putting Drake out of the story. Annie really has no reason to stab Marilyn. Just out of the blue, they beat her up. She's unconscious. Why would Annie just stab Marilyn?
We ended up going into Rio Rancho. Then we unload the mattress, and I poured gasoline and I lit it on fire.
Then investigators turned to Alice's roommate, Annie, questioning her for her side of the story and to understand what really happened inside that house.
So, and then when Drake got there, we all were in Alyssa's room getting high. That's pretty much when Alyssa, she had brought it up before about killing Marilyn. I still didn't think we were gonna do it. I thought she was joking. She just told me when she nods, because she would pretend that she was the Don, like the Godfather. She just told me when I nod, get her. And Marilyn was coming in. Drake was like, can you just let us stay? Look at my mom packing. You know, Alyssa looked at me and Drake and nodded, and I looked at Drake, and he started walking behind Marilyn, and I got Marilyn in from behind and took her down.
Both Annie and Alyssa admit that Annie was the first one to lay hands on Marilyn. But Alyssa never mentions that this was planned and that she actually spoke about it the day of the homicide.
It was on the side of me and Alyssa. She ran into the room and came out with a short little bat thing, and Drake got on top of her. I think I yelled at Alyssa to get something to cover her mouth.
We realized that Annie and Alyssa's stories are very similar. The primary difference is Alyssa never admits to it being pre-planned, and Alyssa never admits to Drake being present.
I had gotten another cord and put it around her neck to strangle her, and Drake pulled it with me and it broke, and then Drake grabbed my knife and that's when he started stabbing her a bunch of times, and I yelled and I grabbed the knife from him. He had already cut her throat.
Annie is adamant that Drake's actually the one who stabbed Marilyn in the neck and in the throat. I do believe that she's being more truthful. I think that Alyssa, being a mom, is trying to protect her son from any involvement in this case. All three individuals, Annie Rael, Alyssa Bickett, and Drake Bickett, were all charged and pled guilty to the murder of Marilyn Gandert.
In the end, Alyssa received 30 years behind bars. Drake, her son, was sentenced to 26 years for Marilyn Gandert's murder. Annie, who chose to cooperate and testify, saw her sentence reduced to 12 years. Justice came in the end, but it couldn't bring a life back.